Have you ever wondered what it feels like to step into a world where magic knows no bounds and every corner whispers a fairy tale? Today we're turning that fantasy into reality. Join me as we weave our own enchanting garden fairy costume, perfect for anyone who believes in a little bit of magic. You don't need a fairy godmother, just a few simple supplies and a sprinkle of creativity. Let's start with the heart of our fairy ensemble, the wings. Because what's a fairy without her wings, right? These wings are not just accessories. They're your ticket to an enchanted realm. We'll shape them with our hands, tint them with the hues of twilight, and make sure they sparkle under the moonlight. Next, we'll create a fairy crown fit for garden royalty. Using wire and fresh flowers, we'll construct a crown that would make even the flowers jealous. And for the final touch, a fairy's tunic. We'll transform simple fabric into something out of a Midsummer Night's Dream. Now let's bring our creation to life. And just like that, we've tapped into the enchanted essence of the garden. Whether you're attending a magical gathering or just want to add a little wonder to your day, this costume is your key to an extraordinary world. Creating your own enchanting garden fairy costume is a delightful way to bring a touch of magic and whimsy into your life. This DIY project is perfect for themed parties, special events, or just to add a little sparkle to your everyday routine. Here's how you can transform yourself into a garden fairy with a few creative touches. 1. Fairy wings. Fairy wings are essential to the fairy costume. You can craft ethereal and lightweight wings using wire for the frame and either cellophane or soft sheer fabric for the wings. Add a personal touch by painting the wings with iridescent colors or dusting them with glitter. The goal is to create wings that are not only beautiful but also comfortable to wear. 2. Fairy tunic. For the tunic, choose fabrics that are light and flowy such as chiffon, silk or tulle. Pale greens, soft pinks or sky blues are perfect color choices to keep in tune with a nature-inspired palette. You can layer different fabrics to add depth and texture to your outfit. Embellish your tunic with natural elements like small leaves, flowers, or even faux pearls and crystals to enhance the magical feel. 3. Floral crown. No fairy costume is complete without a crown. Use floral wire to create a base and wrap it with green tape. Pick flowers that match or complement your costume colors. Both fresh and silk flowers work well. Intersperse the flowers with small sprigs of faux greenery to create a lush, enchanted look. This crown serves as a charming and magical headpiece that elevates the entire outfit. 4. Accessories. Accessorizing your fairy costume can include a variety of elements such as magic wands, glittering makeup, and even ethereal footwear. Opt for sandals or barefoot sandals adorned with vines and flowers to stay in character. Makeup should be shimmering, with highlights placed on the cheekbones and brow bones to reflect light and enhance the fairy-like glow. 5. Setting the scene. To truly bring your fairy character to life, consider your surroundings. If you're planning a photo shoot or a party, decorate the space with string lights, lanterns, and more flowers to mimic a fairy garden. Soft, ambient lighting will help create a magical environment that complements your costume perfectly. 6. Fairy dust. No fairy is complete without her fairy dust. You can create your own sparkling fairy dust using fine glitter mixed with a bit of powder to help it stick when applied. Store it in a small decorative bottle and sprinkle it lightly over your costume and hair for that quintessential fairy sparkle. You can even use edible glitter if you plan to use it around food or drinks for a themed party. 7. Enhancing movement. Fairy costumes often feature elements that accentuate movement, adding to the ethereal and otherworldly feel. Consider attaching sheer ribbons at the wrists or waist that flutter as you move. These can be coordinated with the colors of your wings or tunic to create a cohesive look. The ribbons will enhance your movements, making every gesture part of a graceful fairy-like dance. 8. Props and extras. While your costume is a major part of transforming into a garden fairy, props can add depth to your character. A beautifully crafted wand, perhaps made of a slender branch adorned with crystals and ribbons, can be a fun addition. If you're into storytelling or role-playing, you might also consider creating a small book of spells or fairy tales as a prop to carry along. Interactive elements. If you're hosting a fairy-themed event or participating in one, think about interactive elements that can engage others. Setting up a DIY station for guests to make their own mini fairy crowns or wands can be a delightful activity. Additionally, organizing a fairy scavenger hunt in the garden where guests can find hidden fairy-related items based on clues adds an interactive and playful element to the event. 10. Capturing the moment. Finally, consider how you might want to capture the magic of your fairy transformation. If you're skilled in photography or have a friend who is, planning a fairy-themed photo shoot in a natural setting can be a wonderful way to preserve the magic. Use natural light, preferably during golden hour, shortly after sunrise or before sunset, to capture the best shots. Soft focus and the shallow depth of field can help create that dreamy, magical atmosphere in your photos. By integrating these elements, your fairy costume goes beyond just an outfit. It becomes an immersive experience that transports you and others into a whimsical, magical world. Whether you're attending a festival, hosting a party, or simply spending a day as a fairy, each aspect of your preparation contributes to creating a truly enchanting experience. 11. Music and soundscape. Enhance the fairy atmosphere with a carefully chosen soundscape. Soft, ethereal music can transform any space into a fairy realm. Consider incorporating instrumental tracks featuring harps, flutes, and soft chimes. For a more immersive experience, add natural sounds like birdsong, water trickling, and the rustling of leaves to truly make it feel as if you're in an enchanted garden. This background can elevate the ambience at a party or during a photo shoot, making the fairy theme come alive audibly as well as visually. 12. Lighting effects. Lighting can dramatically alter the mood and setting of your fairy environment. Use soft diffused lighting to mimic the natural light of a forest at sunrise or sunset. Fairy lights strung through trees, around bushes or over a patio can create a starlit canopy effect. Lanterns, either hanging or placed on the ground, can add a warm, inviting glow. For an extra touch of magic, consider using UV lights with fluorescent accents on your costume or decor to make them glow in the dark. 13. Scented elements. Adding a sensory layer such as scent can make your fairy costume and setting even more memorable. Choose floral or earthy scents to spray lightly on your costume or in the air. Scents like lavender, rose, or sandalwood can enhance the feeling of being in a magical, natural setting. You can use essential oils, scented candles, or even natural flowers placed strategically around the area to achieve this effect. 14. Interactive performances. If your fairy transformation is part of a larger event, incorporating performances can add an exciting and dynamic element. Arrange for dancers, storytellers, or musicians who can perform in fairy-like attire to complement the theme. They can interact with guests, tell enchanting stories, or perform dances that interpret the magical qualities of fairy tales. This not only entertains but also deepens the immersion into the fairy world. 15. Eco-friendly considerations. In keeping with the nature-inspired theme of a garden fairy, consider the environmental impact of your costume and event. Opt for biodegradable glitter and natural materials wherever possible. When crafting, try to use sustainable fabrics and materials. If you're hosting an event, provide recycling bins and encourage guests to bring reusable items. This commitment to the environment aligns well with the natural, earthy ethos of a garden fairy and promotes a positive message. 16. Reflection and storytelling. After the event or experience, take time to reflect on your transformation into a garden fairy. Consider writing a blog post, recording a video diary, or sharing photos and stories on social media. This not only allows you to share your creative journey with others, but also preserves your memories of the experience. Storytelling can be a powerful way to connect with others who share your interests and inspire them to embark on their own creative adventures. By exploring these additional dimensions, sound, light, scent, performance, sustainability, and storytelling, you create a comprehensive and immersive fairy experience that transcends the simple act of wearing a costume. It becomes a celebration of creativity, nature, and the magic that exists when they come together. Thank you for joining me in this magical transformation. Remember, the true magic comes from your imagination. So flutter your new wings and let your fairy tale begin. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more magical transformations. Until next time, keep creating and keep dreaming.